Hello children, myself Anuradha Sinha, your SSC teacher, is again present with a new session of social science. Children, if you do remember, in the previous class we had done with the exercises of chapter 2, human migration. We had done A, B, C, D, E and F. A, that is tick the correct option. B, fill in the blanks. C, true or false. D, short question answers. E, long question answers. And F, solve the grid. I gave you this as homework, and I was very happy to see that all of you except one or two have completed this work wonderfully. You have taken out 10 spellings of this chapter which is hidden in this grid, and you have solved it so well. This shows that you are taking interest in the chapter and you are also aware of the different new words that have come up in this chapter. Now let us move to the next part of the exercise, that is the value based questions. Let me first read the question to you so that you can understand what the question says. Heavy rains and floods caused a disaster in Meghalaya. You all are aware that when there is a heavy rain, due to that, at many places floods come, and this generally causes a lot of damage. Not only it takes away the lives of many people, it also causes destruction of the properties of the people, the houses, the belongings that they have in the house. It takes away all those things. So heavy rains and floods caused a disaster in Meghalaya. Meghalaya, which is a state in the northeastern part of the country, where your best friend lives, and your best friend lives in that place, and it has destructed that particular state. After listening to the news, you want to help his family and the people. Now you heard about the news of the flood in Meghalaya, and you wanted to help the family of your friend. At the same time, the other people also who were living there, you also heard about them and you wanted to help them out. They lost everything in the disaster, in the flood that took place there. The family and the people who were living there, they had lost everything there. Their houses, the belongings, the things that they had in the house, all those things were washed away and they had lost it. What kind of help can you offer in their hour of need? Now, you have studied in the chapter that we all live in a society and we all are sensitive towards the needs of the others. So, you also want to help them out because first of all, he is your best friend, and secondly, as a human being, it is human nature that we always want to help somebody who is in need of help, who is in trouble, who is facing any kind of difficulty. So you also want to help your friend and the other people there. Now how? What kind of help can you offer in this time? The question is that you want to help, but what kind of help will you offer to your friend and the other people residing there? Now I have come up with an answer. Again, as I say in my previous classes also, the same thing I am reminding you again. This is the answer which I have written, and it is not necessary that you have to write the same answer. This is a value based question, so the answer would vary from one student to other student. So you can write it in your own words. You can write, you can give different points to this. You can have your own ideas to this question. Okay, so I am telling what I have written, but you can write it in your own words also and other points also. So the help that I can offer in their hour of need are: number one, I would collect money from my family as well as neighbors and transfer the amount collected to my friends' family and the people. So the foremost requirement at that place is of money. All their belongings, their things are washed away. So first of all, in order to have anything, they need money. So you would collect money not only from your family members, but you will also ask your neighbors to contribute towards the contribute for the fund, and you would send that fund to the friend family and the other people residing there. I would encourage my friends to donate money in the school fund. Whenever this kind of natural calamity takes place, natural disaster takes place, the school and many other organizations, they come forward and they collect money and they send it to that place in order to help the needy one. So your school would also definitely collect money for this. So you would encourage your friends that donate money for a noble cause, for a good cause. Number 3, I would take help from those organizations who assist the people suffering from natural calamity. There are many people who come forward and they provide help, they provide assistance at this time of need. So as a good human being, you would definitely inform those organizations, or you can intimate those organizations and you can help them, at least ask them to provide some kind of help there. Okay, now the next part of the exercise is map skill, and at the same time something to do. Now let us come to the map skill. A northern state which witnessed floods in 2014. The next question. Let me have the map first. This is the question. A northern state which witnessed floods in 2014. So I am here with the map. This is the political map of India. So what you have to do is, do you remember we have studied in the chapter the northern state which witnessed floods? That was Kashmir. So start tracing the state here. One more thing, children, you have to remember that in 2014 when this first let me plot it, let me trace it. See, this is the part. Look at the map carefully. You will watch this video very carefully so that you can see how I am tracing Jammu and Kashmir. Can you see here? Children, this part, you have to remember one thing, that in 2014 Jammu and Kashmir was a separate state here. This complete part belongs to Jammu and Kashmir. Now, in 2014, this was a complete state, but now, as you all know, that this part, Jammu and Kashmir part, has divided into two parts here. This part is Jammu and Kashmir and the other part is Ladakh. Okay, so you will mark in the present context, you will mark only this part, that is Jammu and Kashmir. Now come to the second question. A state which witnessed Hudhud floods. So you have to show that. So come here to this part. Can you see here? Andhra Pradesh, the state which witnessed Hudhud flood. So you will trace this state, Andhra Pradesh, and you will write down the name of that state. Okay? Is it clear to you? Trace it properly. Then the third question. A state which supplies labor to agricultural states. Now the state which supplies labor. See, the answer to this question, generally the labor is supplied by the states like Uttar Pradesh, Bihar, West Bengal, but most preferably if only one state is being asked about, you can write Bihar, because from here many laborers, they go to the other states in order to earn a livelihood. You can also write Uttar Pradesh. Both would be good. 3 or 4 states are there prominently from where most of the laborers, they go to other state for their livelihood. Uttar Pradesh you can mark Bihar, you can mark West Bengal, and you can even mark Madhya Pradesh. But if only one state is being asked about, that is here also only one state, a state it has been said, then you better go for Uttar Pradesh or Bihar, because from here only many of the laborers go to other states. In this lockdown situation, if you all are watching the news, or if you might have heard from your father or grandparents who are regularly watching the news, you might have seen that a special train is being moved in this lockdown situation in order to bring all the laborers who are working in other states, so that they can come back to their home state, that is Bihar. So many laborers are coming back. So mark it here like this, Uttar Pradesh, trace it out. Okay, Uttar Pradesh is done. Or you can even mark Bihar. Mark only one state. If you are marking Uttar Pradesh, you will not mark Bihar. If you are marking Bihar, you will not mark Uttar Pradesh. Now, the next and the last question of map. A city which attracts migrants from rural areas. Rural areas means village areas. Which is that city from which attracts, that means many people, they move to that particular city from the village area. So that is actually the city is Mumbai here. So you will just have to make a dot over here. This is Mumbai. It is in Maharashtra. You can see this state, Maharashtra. Here it has not been asked to show the state. See the question properly. The question says a city. So city here is Mumbai. This is the city where many people from different states, from different villages of different states, they move to this particular city to earn a livelihood. With this, we have come to end of the map skill. Now come to the next part of the exercise, something to do. Something to do, the first question. Interview a rickshaw puller in your city and find out the places that he belongs to. Now in this lockdown situation, you don't need to go out of the house and interview any rickshaw puller. You just imagine this answer yourself and you write it. List the hardship that he had to face when he migrated to the city. The question says that a rickshaw puller had come to your city. Might be he was earlier living in a village and he had come to your city in order to earn a living. So what difficulties he faced when he migrated to the city? In the answer also this question was asked, in the exercise answer. The hardship that would be faced by him would be lack of proper shelter, lack of proper sanitation, lack of clean drinking water, because this is generally the difficulty that a person faces when he moves to a new place. Question number 2. Find out the names of some organization that helps the victims of natural calamities. You have to write down the name of all those organization that helps the people or the victim. Victim means the one who are facing that situation of natural calamity, who are suffering at that particular moment. So you have to write down the name of those organizations that helps those people who are facing the problem of natural calamity. So what will be the name? I have written a few. It is not necessary again that you would write the same thing. You can search for it. You can Google out. You can ask your family members. You can ask your elders. They would definitely help you out. So the different organizations are, first of all, National Disaster Management Authority. This is the institution, the organization which has been created, which has been established, and this looks after the management when a natural calamity takes place in a country. It sees to it that how immediate help could be provided to the people who are suffering. Then Indian Armed Forces, along with them, the Indian Armed Forces are also employed so that they can help the people who are suffering. They help the victims who are suffering. Also the National Voluntary Organization. They also come up during this situation, critical situation, and they provide all sort of help to the victims. There are many NGOs. That is, NGO means the non-government organization. These are the organizations which generally come up always for a noble cause, and they always help the people. These are the non-profit organizations. They do not want any kind of profit. Their motive is just to serve. Then come to the next question. Question number 3. Suppose one of your family members has to move away to a distant place. What are the things that he or she would be worried about? One of your family members has to move to a distant place. That means he has to go to some other city, other town, or other state. Then what things the person would be worried about if he is moving to a new place? So what arrangement he would think of that at new place, what kind of arrangement he would have to make, what would he require at that place? You have to write those things out. So I have written the answer. Shelter, first of all, he would be worried about shelter, the residence, where to stay. Then sanitation, education of his children, and whether better medical facility would be there or not. You can even write other points if anything comes in your mind and which is suitable to this question. You can write those points also. Question number 4. Find out the difference between an immigrant and an emigrant. What is the difference between these two words? So, immigrant, a person who has come into a foreign country to live there permanently. A person who comes into another country and he wants to live there permanent, that is immigrant. And a person who leaves one country to live in another country, that person is a emigrant. Here one who comes to a other country, and here one who goes to a other country. The difference is that. Now the last question. About 4,000 species of birds are regular migrant. You all know that the birds are the migrants. They move from one place to another according to the climate that suits them. It is about 40% of the total number of birds in the world. Birds that migrate across oceans spend up to 100 hours or more in the air at a single time until they come to land. What you have to do is find out the names of 3 animals and 3 birds who travel long distances to migrate and then go back to their original homelands. You have to write the name of 3 animals and 3 birds who migrate. Okay. So again, I have written the name of 3 animals. I have written the name of 3 birds. Animal blue whale, zebra, African elephant. Birds sandhill crane, hummingbird, Canada goose. Now these are the name of different birds and different animals. You can have your own names also. You search it out, you find it out. If you find any other animal beyond this, you can write that name also. Any other bird beyond this, you can write that name also. Thank you, children.